Hello, Xeph from Team Paradigm here, coming to you with another audio commentary on Mesmer. We'll be doing some tournament play, but before that, I'd like to apologize to everybody who has subscribed, and I had promised to get videos out earlier too. I've just had some personal issues. Anyways, we come down in Viz here, and we find three people coming down middle. Teldo here manages to get a great pull on two of them. Azshene follows that up with a Ring of Warding, and we just AoE them down. For us, this is a more than optimal start since we've just turned this match into a 3v5 right off the bat, and it'll help us attain really early map dominance. I stay back to stomp this Mesmer here as Azshene heads to the keep to intercept the last person from that pack of three who's managed to get away, and he's now capping the keep. Teldo has actually just gotten to mine and informed us that it's possibly two people at the keep, and Azshene confirms that to me because they've actually ignored their spawn here. So this is a rather strange strategy, but anyways, here I find the Necro, I spawn a duelist and stun him, and he instantly uses his elite form. I use my Moa to counter that. Here, that Necro makes a fatal mistake of actually pressing the buttons in the Moa form. Never, guys, never press the buttons in the Moa form, because most of them are channeling, and they will just lock you in place and make it so much easier to kill you. So just run. You may even use your evade key to evade attacks while you're in Moa, but you can't jump in Moa, so just run if you're Moa'd. Here we just try and finish off this engineer who's doing a rather great job of actually staying on point and delaying us from neutralizing it. This has really benefited his team because instead of running away and letting us get a really quick cap, he's actually managed to delay us and we haven't been able to get any points. We take him down, and here I leave Azshene to cap the keep as I head towards mine to try and help out Teldo, who's requested help, but Azshene tells me he has two people incoming on keep, and I quickly run back to assist him. I get on this ranger here, spawn a duelist, I stun him, Azshene gets him in a ring of warding, and you can see how much damage a Mesmer can put out if a target is locked in place, since all shatters with land and blurred frenzy will land as well. We get three people ink, and I put down a Chaos Storm on point. Just to keep them out, give Azshene a few vital boons. I mean, Chaos Storm is really great to have on a point because of the fear, the conditions, and the boons for your friends. It really helps turn the tide in a point battle. Anyways, I'm trying to kill the Necro here, and now we actually have Reyon and Salokin here at the keep, so we outnumber them, and the strangest thing happens here. Just as I try to stomp this Necro, he randomly rallies. So I have to finish him off. I just go through the Mesmer 1 chain, and as you can see, the last attack in the chain here did a 2.4k crit. So for all the people who say that the Mesmer Sword 1 spam is useless, no, I mean, the last attack in the chain does actually remove a boon off your foe. So if you're facing a Guardian who has permanent protection, you can remove that by just going through your sword chain, which takes about 2 seconds. Here I come in to help Teldo, and I instantly get on point and attack this ranger who's also standing on point. He's managed to neutralize it, and we want to get it back. Teldo puts down a bomb, knocking everybody out of the point. I also put down a Chaos Storm. As you can see, people are running in and out of it. Chaos Storm is really great on point. I mean, just to reiterate, it's an amazing skill, and not only is it just the damage and the conditions, but also the psychological factor of just having this huge purple storm on a point can help you keep people out of it. Here I'm just trying to kill anybody who gets in point, and I'm trying to stay on point myself. Always make sure you're conscious about that. Make sure at least one teammate is in the point before you decide to walk out of it. Because, I mean, you don't want the point getting neutralized randomly. Well, there are three of you there. That would just be, bad. Anyways, I put down another Chaos Storm here, trying to keep people off the point, and we're successful so far. I'm stopping the Ranger here, and we've won this fight. We've managed to keep the point. Actually, we recapped it from neutralization, so it just shows how important it is to stay conscious about that and remain within the point. As I'm leaving here to keep, Teldo calls that there's more incoming on the mine, and since this match is almost over, I will just assist there and try and keep that point as long as possible. Here I stun one of the Necromancers and Moa the other just to keep some pressure off Teldo. And yeah, well, the match is over now, and in true Guild Wars fashion, we can remain in the match. I actually really like this system because it gives you a chance to share some friendly GGs, some compliments. It's really nice instead of just instantly getting booted out of the match. It's just nice to speak with your opponents, get their opinions, so on and so forth, call the GGs, get some last comments in. Anyways, moving on to the next game here. Um, as we're getting ready to leave, Teldo puts down a smoke bomb, but here we whiff it, and Azshene actually combos with his own combo field that gives us retaliation for a few seconds. I think that needs to be looked at and buffed or changed. Anyways, as we come in here, three people ignore us and head straight towards our chieftain. We decide we're going to chase them down. We're not going to let them get an early snipe on chieftain. I stun the Elementalist, who probably has the highest potential to snipe chieftain. Here I make a mistake where I moa him early, and I try and put down a Chaos Storm, hopefully fearing him in the other direction. I'm just trying to keep him locked down, just so he doesn't ninja chieftain, but nonetheless he manages to. That was a fail by me, honestly. Here I get back on the Elementalist, and we decide we're going to kill them because we're already capping keep, and we have henge capped, so if we can get most points capped here, we can recover the losses from the chieftain. We head up here, and it's me, Teldo, and Reyon. And soon we get joined by Salokin, who has died in the attempt to kill Spawnier. So we effectively make this a 4v3. We take the warrior down, but he gets rallied by his friends, so we decide we're going to go for the Elementalist now and try and stomp him. We manage to get the kill, and now we also get the stomp. Here I spawn a duelist on the Guardian, just to keep some pressure on him as I'm on the warrior. And we manage to finish the warrior off. Here I stomp the warrior, and I spawn a duelist on the guardian and leave, because now it's effectively become a 3v1. There's no point in sticking around for a 3v1 if you're sure that your team is going to win it, because that's just a waste of time. You could be being useful somewhere else. I decide to head to the keep here, because that's the point where we normally put our Mesmer, which is me. I remain at the keep and try and assist most points. So here I head out to the keep, and Reyon calls out a thief there. So here I try and assist him on that thief. I spawn a duelist stun, but that thief manages to get an invis in, and Reyon leaves the point for me to cap. As I said before, Mesmer is a great class on midpoint, has huge teamfight presence, and it makes it easier for it to assist the other 2 points. As I'm standing here, I actually get an incoming warrior being chased by Salokin, so I spawn a duelist, I stun him, and Blurred Frenzy. You can see how much damage he's taken from both the Mesmer and the Elementalist on him. It's just huge damage and goes down easily. Excuse me there. I get a thief come in here, and we just get on him. I mean, he's alone, and there isn't much a thief can do alone against 2 targets. Also, Mesmer comes up from the back here and just knocks us out of the point. We get on the Mesmer because he's the easier target of the 2. He doesn't have much in the ways of escapes as a thief does, and it's difficult to stomp a thief, so we finish off the Mesmer here. And actually Azshene leaves me to the point here because we understand that it's their thief that's doing the roaming, and a Mesmer is a great counter class for the thief. And I would say that it's the easiest class for me to take in a 1v1, because the thief depends a lot on initiative, and a Mesmer has a lot of invulnerables. So if he wastes all his initiative into our invuls, we have a huge advantage in that fight, which happens more times than none. Here I'm just running around and trying to figure out where the thief is. I'm not going to move off this point until I know exactly where the thief is, because he could ninja the point after I leave it. Here Reyon informs me that the thief is at mine, and I head out there. I actually just get there in the nick of time as that thief just finished Reyon off. I come in here, I stun the thief, and I moa him to ensure I'm able to res Reyon, which is my priority here. I res Reyon, and now I try and finish off the thief. I spawn a duelist, stun him, and do a Blurred Frenzy, but he just gets out of moa in the nick of time, and he manages to get an invis. I switch out to staff and just put down a Chaos Storm on that point and leave because the thief is invis. I don't know where he is, and I don't want him capping the keep. Here, I just pan the camera around, just checking, and I see him behind me, so I decide, hey, I'm going to surprise him with a quick stun and try and finish him off. But he manages to stun me in return. He actually shadow steps to me, and I think he stole an invis. Actually, I'm pretty sure he did. Here, I chase him down. I know he's heading towards the keep. I pop a Chaos Armor, because if he jumps out and tries to backstab me, there's a huge chance I could get protection, which can save me from backstabbing Thief. He manages to neutralize the point here before I can get on it, but you can see just how much damage a Mesmer can put out on a Thief, and how little a Thief can do to a Mesmer. Here he just runs away. I try and catch him on the tail end of that Chaos Storm, but fail miserably. I'm just going to stand on this point now and ensure that the Thief doesn't neutralize it again, and I don't repeat the mistake I just did now. Here zooming in, showing you the Royal Forge staff that I acquired in PvP tournaments. I hope that you guys also got some great gear from that. Yet again, I'm running around and trying to figure out where the Thief is. If I can pinpoint his location, then I can feel free about leaving the keep. Here, I head out to mine, but Teldo calls out the Thief at Henge, and I quickly turn around and head there. I'm always going to be present where that Thief is present, just to make sure that I keep the keep safe. And if I know where that Thief is, then more times than none, I can feel safe about leaving it unprotected. I come in here and I find this Guardian on low HP. I spawn a Duelist on him, stun him, try and finish him off before he gets on point, but I'm unable to. They actually managed to down Teldo there. I switch out the staff, drop a Chaos Storm, get some nice RNG fears on them, and I actually managed to res Teldo. The match is almost over, so again, in true fashion, we're going to try and stay in this point and keep it neutralized, not let them get any extra points. Teldo puts down a bomb, and he goes down again, sadly, but I have no means to res him with this time, so I just auto-attack around, and I'm going to try and remain defensive. I stun here, switch to staff, put up my Chaos Armor, blink back, and I'm just going to try and stay alive here for as long as possible. The match has ended, and actually I have a bonus clip for you guys, just to display how strong a Mesmer and a Guardian can be. Here I'm getting chased, and I'm dropping really low. I'm about to die. I put down a Null Field, and Azshene actually helps me out by putting down Sanctuary. I also throw down a Chaos Storm within that, picking up important boons and fearing and damaging opponents around the Sanctuary. I'm very low HP here, so I stun this target, and I use mirror images plus distortion to give myself some invul time. I heal up, but I'm still getting focused really hard. I try and evade around, and here I want to put out some damage on this Necro using Blurred Frenzy to immune me from other attacks. Azshene gets a really amazing Ring of Warding there that saves my life and stops a lot of opponents. I get feared. I'm about to go down, but I use my Blurred Frenzy just to buy me enough time to get my heal back up again. I heal again, and Azshene has been down, so here with my help and Teldo, who's just come in, we res him up. I just wanted to display to you how much a Mesmer and a Guardian can do through the invuls, the knockbacks, the control, the stuns, and just the damage. It's a great composition to have your Mesmer duo with a Guardian. It's really strong in the sense of the survival and the damage they can output together, and they complement each other really greatly. Here I just display how OP Moa is against other elites, and I get this Necromancer out of its Lich form. I personally really think that should be nerfed, and that Moa should only be able to work on people who aren't in Elite. But anyways, I'd like to thank you guys for watching this video. Apologies yet again, and I hope you liked it.